What's up, guys? My name is Jake, and welcome to a very special episode of Abandoned. Since I started the show back in 2014, you guys have been asking me all types of questions, ranging from how I make the show to why I even started it in the first place. So today, in this very special 30th episode, I thought we should answer some of those questions. So there was this day back in 2010. I have no idea when it was, but it was when I first watched Adam the Woo's River Country video. It was probably the most interesting thing I have ever seen. I mean, seriously, Walt Disney World had an abandoned water park on their property in the middle of everything? That was just mind-blowing to me, and I was instantly consumed by tons of research about River Country. So I made this show on the channel called Something Neat, and just talked about River Country. It was an absolutely terrible video, but it paved the road for something I wanted to make in the future. When I was researching stuff about River Country and even other abandoned places, I noticed that there was really nothing online that had a full comprehensive history and future and tour of these abandoned places. So I got the idea that I should make, or I should at least try to make, something that was really had a comprehensive overview of an abandoned place from its conception to its golden years, and then to its downfall, and then to the future of it. And that paved the way for the very first Abandoned episode. And what you're watching right now is the very first intro I ever made for Abandoned. This was in a vlog that I made a long time ago. Never watch that, please. And with some minor fixes, the very first episode of Abandoned came out in August of 2014. And of course, the show has continued to grow in scale and quality to the point we're at now. So let me take you through the process of making Abandoned. Each episode starts out with myself, Sarah, and the members of the research team selecting a topic for a video. The research team was created a little over a year ago to help with outlining preliminary key points and media that I would need to add in the script and the final edit. For this one, we'll be looking at the episode previous to this video, Abandoned the Glass Bank. As two members of the research team made a rough outline for me, I searched through different sources of information online and began the script. The Glass Bank episode turned out to be around 7 pages of script detailing the construction, downfall, and demolition, as well as key points of interest. I've always structured my scripts as a timeline, which I really think works with the subjects. Once the first draft of the script is finished, my executive producer, Sarah Craig, comes on and picks apart the script with me and finalizes it. As soon as that's completed, I'm ready to record. When I'm recording, I mess up a lot. All of the interior stores along with the vacant movie, okay. I'm getting a little pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. Whew. All of the interior stores along with the vacant movie theater and anchor... Who wrote this? Oh. If I'm not happy with a line or I'm just butchering a word, I redo the line over and over and over again. A new sort of abrupt express elevator was constructed on the north side of the building. A new sort of abrupt elevator was constructed on the north side of the building. It is a painful, elongated process, and this one took a little over 44 minutes to complete. Trust me though, there have been some that have been much worse. Now that I have a 45-minute block of audio, it's time to cut it up. The audio is cut and pieced together so my narration sounds smooth and proper. Next comes all the media, and this is probably the longest part, which means all pictures and videos are roughly added to the respective and relevant spots. Then comes the finalization of the media, where basically everything is made to look pretty. For instance, if a video was a little older and set at a, say, 4:3 ratio, I'll duplicate the video and extend the duplicated clip to fit the screen, then add a blur filter on it. It doesn't take much, but it looks a lot better like this. Background music is set in, social media shoutouts are picked, and the Patreon list is updated. Once the video is ready, it's uploaded to YouTube, a thumbnail is created, a description is made, and the video is ready for release. And really, roughly, that's how Abandoned is made. I would like to point out that I'm sure a lot of the stuff that I do to edit this are probably easier on Premiere or whatever, and I know a lot of editors will probably yell at me for saying, "Why didn't you use this keyframing technique?" And I'm very, I guess you could say I'm very amateur at this, but you know, I've completely taught myself how to do this over experience. And obviously, if you go back to the very first Abandoned episodes, you will see the increasing of quality from my first to last episode. So I'm always learning new stuff. From idea to finalized video, it's about 2 weeks of work, or collectively around 25 to 40 hours per video, and it does depend on the video. Some take more and some take less. So what equipment do I use to make the show? Well, my main editing computer is a late 2014 27-inch 5K iMac running a 4GHz Intel i7 processor with 32 gigs of RAM. To record, I use a Blue Yeti microphone attached to a Rode arm. However, I am planning on changing the Yeti for a condenser mic, which is why it kind of looks bare on my Rode arm. Lastly, all of my editing is done on Final Cut Pro X. It's been almost 3 years of making this show, and I'm still always interested in new abandoned places and picking topics that I just find interesting. And in my eyes, with each episode getting better and better, I'm really glad so many people have tuned in to see each episode as they roll out. And I really just can't thank you guys enough for watching the show and helping it achieve to what it is now. So for me and everyone that's ever worked on Abandoned, thank you very much. In celebration and to fulfill a promise I made for 200,000 subscribers, by the way, thank you very much, we have now opened an official P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 43041, Mavis Road, Mississauga, Ontario. So if you want to send me something, that's the way to do it. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this look behind the scenes of Abandoned and how it all came to be. I also hope you guys like the new intro and outro for Abandoned. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. My name is Jake, and thank you very much for watching.